Yo, Lo, Saquon Barkley in this June senior. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't nobody pup. Get it? Let's get it understood first. But yeah, today we gonna be talking about the first time I got catfish. You people out of smile just left my face. This straight PTSD talking, bro. Rest of the video is stale face. I'm gonna keep it a beam. My whole spirit just went down. I wanna make it explicitly clear this video is not to slander anybody. And to join that catfish me, bro. Like, you know, yeah, what she did was nutty, but I also got equal fault in it as well. As y'all gonna wind up finding out. Like, now it's not gonna feel like it, but we young, bro. We still young. This is like a little bit of go type stuff. Like, bro, you live and you learn at the end of the day. Ain't no hard feelings about it. Well, it definitely is hard. I can't lie, it definitely is hard feelings. I ain't gonna hold. At first, I wasn't even gonna make this video, bro, because I ain't want to feel like I was putting her out there type stuff. But at the same time, you catfish me, bro. What you expect me? What you expect me to do? But yeah, we got some mutuals. So in the case that anybody that, you know, we both know might be watching this video, I'm gonna be skipping over details. Obviously, I'm not gonna be overly vulgar, you know, with anything sexual or whatever. You know, I ain't a vulgar person. I respect myself and her as a woman, especially a black woman, and not, you know, get into too much detail in this and the third, because that's just not even the way I move at the end of the day. But yeah, like with most of the videos on this channel, it's definitely a message to be had in this joint. So I don't want nobody getting misconstrued. I don't want her getting smeared. None of that. Now, that's not an invitation to catfish me, bro, because the next joint that catfish me, you're gonna be swimming with Nemo mom, bro. Wallahi. So this video starts off with me and my grandma both had matching haircuts. So back then I had this friend group, right? And y'all know, you know, as young boys and whatnot, you know, like you'll have a friend group, you know, it's a bunch of boys and it'll be a select few girls. So it was like, it was a couple girls in that friend group, and X was one of those females, and then we just gonna call it John X. So obviously with us being boys, you know, us growing with them being girls, them growing, you know, it's gonna be a couple people that's interested in a couple people type stuff, bro. So it wound up being a thing where a couple of the guys was trying to go at the Jones or whatnot. This before 3 minutes, bro. We was just going on baby suicide missions, bro. I was really out of the way. I was removed from all of that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a beam. We was young as hell, bro. Like, folks can't even nut yet type stuff, bro. It's just straight sneeze miss. We on all easy move. That did not stop them. They was on some BS. I ain't gonna hold you. So we young boys, everybody swapping out, everybody going at everybody except for her, bro. They were verbally assassinating her confidence at like 5, bro. Like, it was bad. She was the one friend in the group that really wasn't getting played for real, bro. And that's cool, because like I said, we was young boys. It was a lot more growing to be had, but X wasn't your traditional type of female at the time. Like, you know, when you young boys, you know, everybody wanted the light skin, you know, slim, thick, junior, you know, hair straight. X wasn't that, bro. I ain't gonna hold. You know, she wasn't necessarily dark skin, but like she was brown skin. She always had like the little messy bun type stuff, boy. You know, she had a little bit of weight on her. I never thought she looked bad. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. I always thought she looked pretty art type stuff. But obviously, as you know, folks gonna be immature at the end of the day, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they was torture. They was torture her, and I guess it just became a trend because her own friend, they were really fired, bro. They started torturing her too, like it was bad. Now looking back on it, I do think that some of the people did have crushes on her, and it was just that, but. I ain't gonna hold that. Ain't stopped the biz, bro. They was drawing on her, but it was open season on her, bro. They was calling her all type of things, and I'm guessing they hated her so much that they got mad at me. I caught her straight for defending her. I really don't know what they disliked about her that bad. I don't know if they was intimidated by her. I don't know what it was, but I started catching strays for that. And what's crazy is I didn't even want her at the time. I always thought that she looked art type stuff, and I never understood where the jokes was coming from. But I thought her friend was beautiful. Boy, I swore that girl was beautiful on the inside and out. So beautiful that she let 3 of my friends to the inside. Needless to say, it took about 3 friendly fire rotations for me to stop wanting her, bro. So that wound up being up the board. So by that point, I just gave up on any hope of trying to get any joint from that friend group. So time goes by, you know, as you know, friend groups, you know, we ain't necessarily fall out. It was just, you know, school happens, life happens, you know, all type of stuff, boy. You know, things just happen. The time progresses, we talk less and less. But it wasn't no animosity at the end of the day. A lot of those are still really good friends of mine, but you know, we just stopped talking every single day like we used to. We don't hang out as much. But yeah, time passes. Jamil goes Tinder swiping at about 3 high schools and colleges, all minors. Now at this point, you know, I done grew my hair out. You know, I got way more confidence. I got some height on me now. I wasn't, you know, tall then, but I had some height on me. But most importantly, by that point, I had lost my car and I was looking to make some expensive purchases, boy. All designs. So I'm on Instagram hunting, boy. I'm just looking for something. And I wound up coming across a story of X, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, she looked good, bro. Like, it really, like how I said before, her mitt never was ugly, bro. Like, she always looked pretty solid to me. So now, we both hitting a glow up type of phase, boy. And now, you know, she coming into her looks a little bit more, you know, her more mature, you know, she done came into her body, all type of stuff. I'm like, yeah, boy. So I'm on it. And this is around the time when I first got an iPhone, bro. So I was hyped as hell, boy. I straight exited Instagram with the Safari pickup lines. No, I joke to the left, but I've been seeing her slow progress. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was kind of Christian in that for a little bit, bro. So now I'm like, I'm my snipe. I want to, you know, replying in the DMs type stuff. All them strays I took paid off, but I'm straight Luke Cage in that. I'm on BS at her DM, but we just talking and whatnot, boy. And I'm instantly in there type. So I'm not instant like, you know, she, you know, quick or none of that. But, you know, I just want them getting in there because we already knew each other. I'm in the DM, bro. I'm coming straight from half court with it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm dribbling, bro. I'm crossing folks over, all type of stuff, bro. I finally get to the net and Ben Simmons. Like, no BS to this day. I can't tell you why I did it, bro. We just stopped. We just stopped talking, bro, for no reason. Now some more time goes by, and I ain't gonna hold this. The second time was longer than the first time, bro. Pause, but bro, we really like we didn't talk for a grip, bro. It was some years between us talking and whatnot. So one day, I'm just on Instagram scrolling. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This one of them days I'm just finger popping my screen, bro. Like, I'm not even looking at stories, bro. I'm just tap. Then I really start peeping. I'm like, what the bro? I don't know if Jamil ovulation contagious sickness is spreading all throughout the bitty, bro. Well, I tell you, it was just all freaky posts on that joint. I don't know what was going on. I got so confused. I just swapped the phone to my left hand, bro. Like, I don't even know how I ended up there. My right hand just got busy out of there. So I just wound up scrolling across somebody's story that's sitting there talking about, oh yeah, all these freaky posts, all of it. Like, when I tell you a whole YouTube apology paragraph, the post just sounded guilty, bro. So I just want to respond to the joint. Like I said, I did not know who was saying this, bro. I'm just like, yeah, bro, you probably had a reason or something, or F is you ovulate. It was something like that. I want to respond and closing my phone, and now, you know, I'm on all stupid stuff, boy. I'm watching TV. Like, I'm just trying to, like, pass the time by, boy. So my phone is on my lap for a little bit. I don't hear it buzz at first, boy. So the next time that I look at it, it's just a notification right there. Now, you know, with Instagram, if you get a notification, you might see like a little profile picture next to it. And I'm getting ready to reply to the joint. I'm like, hold on, why that admit look familiar, bro? I ain't gonna hold it. It's a lot of joints I know from my past, bro. So I just had to check real quick. So at first, I just skipped the message. I went straight to the profile, started finger popping the highlight. But yeah, it's not clicking for me, bro. But I am noticing one thing, and this is red flag number one, bro. I peeped it, but I didn't say nothing at the time, and I didn't put two and two together, bro. Because when I tell you she was doing a 10 fake challenge, she had all of her highlights, no BS, bro. It was taped to the top of her head. Bro, every RIP caption since 2014 was holding her phone for her highlights. She had the spirit of John Singleton shooting her TikTok. And she straight maxed up the angles to the highest height of heights, bro. Like, it was crazy. Then it wound up hitting. I'm like, oh, that's an X, bro. And it was 3 stages I went through, bro. Trying to figure out who it was, figuring out who it was, and then figuring out who it was. Cause I'm like, the memories started hitting, bro. All of the messages one by one popping back up, man. I'm like, damn, I was definitely supposed to do something with that, bro. So now I'm in the joint praying that it ain't been too long. Like, I'm hoping, you know, maybe it was like 5, 6, 7 months ago. Like, something I can salvage, bro. Like, it ain't that bad, bro. I click back on the message, scroll up, that joint say fires. So I just want to give it up. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna just let bygones be bygones. Mind you, we already knew each other before then type stuff. So it's like, you know, we can still be cool, bro. So I'm just making conversation, and mind you, I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick, bro. Females do not like to make the first move 9 times out of 10, bro. So what they gonna do is they gonna drop hints, and I'm picking up all of them. All it took was 2 hints, and I'm straight on Kevin Gates. No, Kevin Gates definitely be OD, bro. But yeah, I peeped a little bit of signal, so then I wound up sending my little risky text back, boy. We sending risky text back and forth, and then it just turned into, what is you on, bro? I'm like, all right. Mind you, this is damn near a decade-long mission. Like, this is a long mission at this point, boy. So I'm like, yo, I'm really on it. Like, I'm feeling myself now, you know. I'm showing off, you know. I'm talking, you know. We spiced it up. Now, all that was great, but it was only one dilemma. I was getting passed around in the house rotation just like our friend was getting passed around in my friend groups, bro. And with me, I'm huge on respect, bro. Like, I hate, you know, disrespect when people's spaces. Like, ain't want to come up with sneaking over other joints' houses or whatnot, bro. Like, you know, if I don't pay rent there, if I don't pay bills there, bro, I always put myself in other people's shoes. You never know what somebody going through to keep food on the table, to keep rent up. So it's like, if somebody opening up their doors to me, I'm not sneaking nobody over their crib, bro. Like, that's just disrespectful. And then with other people, I don't like sneaking over other people's cribs, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, this is a 10-year mission. So with my place obviously being off the board, I was expecting her to drop that Addy, bro. And she dropped the fitness lesson, cause what the bro? Well, I tell you, she lived damn near in Canada. Like, she must think somebody Rocky Balboa, bro. Her joint was a suicide mission away. Like, I'm cool. She lived on OVO block. But like I said, this is a 10-year mission. Sacrifices had to be made. So before I knew it, I was trying to take the cheapest route possible out to that Hicktown, bro. About an hour and a half in, all of that motivation went out the window. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this. I wound up telling her, I'm gonna be a little bit later, and I wound up calling myself an Uber, boy. Red flag number 2, because I don't know who fired Cuz from his job. I don't know who gave him super high praises for his Uber rides, but he took his job serious. I get in the car, all I hear is, hello, my friend. He hit me with the, how are you feeling? I ain't gonna lie, I started venting. I was mad as hell that day. I'm sore as hell, bro. It was hot as hell that day, bro. And I'm not trying to take my hoodie off. Cuz put a hand out. He stopped the bitch. Hand out the wheel and all that. He grabbed the rear view mirror. Mind you, didn't turn around not once. He had made full eye contact with me, bro. He in the mirror just looking. Cuz with all eye contact hit me with the, I know this shit is like the back of my hand. He must have never looked in the mirror nor the back of his hand, because he started taking every route but the destination. Mind you, he got Google Maps or whatever, because I don't even think he had an iPhone. Cuz had a Droid, because he was just overly dedicated to his craft. I'm watching him taking the wrong turns each and every time. Like I tell you, he playing Twister with the wheel. He going left, right, up, down, sideways. I ain't seen him driving like that since my GTA Online days. Cuz is whipping that dream. So now I'm accepting the fact that I'm possibly gonna get sex trafficked with the old white ladies for the rest of my life. But yeah, like I said, ex cool as hell. So we just chopping up the whole time. Like, she got a real cool personality. So we joking the entire time and whatnot while I'm texting her. And with each and every wrong turn, he looking in the rear view mirror for validation, bro. And I guess he saw that I was getting teed, because he take the hands off the wheel, go straight to the playlist. And mind you, I'm from Philly. I don't even sing these songs that hard. Cuz started screaming that joint at the top of his lungs. I used to play for times like this and I'm like this. The music was cranked all the way up, and somehow it sounded like the music was singing along to him, because the only thing you can hear was him. But after about 20 minutes after I was really supposed to be there, we finally wound up getting to the destination. And with me, I could never stop being on point. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Even though I know the joint, bro, at the same time, you could never be too careful. So I'm gonna look out for 3 things: dreads, tats, and tinted windows. And I'm playing all type of mind games on him. I'm like, yo, wait, I don't know what house it is. Wait, hold on, slow down, bro. And I'm just really just trying to analyze the block and whatnot, bro. I want to text her. I was there a little bit early, so I'm trying to see if, there's any sort of movements, any cars moving. I'm trying, scan the front of the block, scan the back of the block, bro. I'm on all type BS, boy. But he want to circle in that joint. Everything was cool, so I finally wound up getting out halfway through. Now I'm outside waiting. Mind you, she's still not to the door. Red flag number 3. It's like, now let me chill, bro. That's my only bit. So now I'm getting a little bit anxious, and low key, that scenario would have been better than what happened, because the door finally opens. Inch by inch. Y'all ever seen the horror movies, bro, where it's like them sudden pauses, bro, and it's on beat, bro? I swear to God, bro, that door said boop, 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 and then swung open, bro. So the door finally wound up swinging open. I'm like, that's what her mom looked like. Okay, I ain't getting invited to no family. No BS. I don't even turn my full body. I turn my head, like my torso, the upper half of my body is turned this one, so Mr. Crocker. I'm thinking I just dodged a bullet. I'm thinking her mom went through her phone, bro. So I'm cheesing, thinking, all right, cool, not my problem. I'm gonna check on her later. And I'm smiling because I think I dodged a bullet, bro. All I hear is, so you just gonna stand there? Instant little dirt guys, bro. Have you ever gotten PTSD for the current moment? Like, well, I tell you, 1,000 yards stare on the beam, because I knew I recognized that voice. Now, mind you, it had been some time, so it's a little bit more puberty, but she's a female at the end of the day, so it's not like Jurassic as it changes me. So at this point, I'm going into deep reflection mode, bro. I'm thinking about every joint I ever dealt with. I'm thinking about every near-death experience I've had. Bro, my mom going to slavery times. My mom in Africa, bro. I'm thinking about my great-great-granddad, but what think about that? Needless to say, I was in that joint stressed out. Stressed out ain't even a word, but my mind and my body was doing 2 different things, because before I knew it, bro, I was walking right through her. And mind you, I try my best to be a gentleman, so I'll always, hold the door, male or female. I'll be like, nah, bro, I got this, and the third, bro. Chivalry dies as soon as that door. I walked straight through that door, bro. Like, I ain't make eye contact with her, none of that. Like, I'm just looking straight for her. I just saw a pathway and walked through, bro. Like, I damn near was about to hit a wall on my way. So I'm in that joint going through all 7 stages of grief at one time. So mind you, my back is still towards her, bro. So I'm over there, I'm coaching myself. I'm mustering up the courage. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna just introduce myself to her mom. It's not like we locked in. Like, I'm never gonna see her again. So I might as well just introduce myself. It's gonna be a little bit embarrassing, but whatever, bro. I turned around, bro. Yeah, I hoped y'all was getting set up. I tell you, my head snapped right back. I'm in this joint thinking she got an evil twin sister or something. I'm looking for the real her, like Black Mom's looking for a remote. And mind you, my body's not moving. I'm just looking around, bro. Like, I'm really in that joint struggling. And I wound up finally coming to the realization that that's her. So I turn my head back around again. Now I start putting a telepathic signal out there, bro. I'm putting 10K on my own head. Put me out my misery. So like I said, this is 7 stages of grief, bro. So I'm second, like I'm up and down, up and down, up and down. So then I start bargaining. I'm like, fine, no man's been gonna kill me. It obviously, bro, it can't be that bad. So I finally want to turn around and look at her, boy. And I'm analyzing the whole body, face, all of that, bro. And it's like, she wasn't a wubble bubble ball, bro. Like, it's not like, you know, she was this humongous, you know, like super obese. Like, it wasn't that. Like, in all honesty, she still really doesn't look that bad, bro. It's just the fact that big girls are really not my type. And it's like, you kind of forced me into it right now. And as I'm looking at the admit, like, she really was never ugly for real, bro. It's just the fact that it's just a big difference what I came here for. So I'm just staring. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I forget that I'm even talking to her, bro. Like, usually I could be sociable with anybody, bro. Like, that day I was tweaking. So I'm feeling bad. I'm trying to start bringing the conversation back a little bit. And as we talking, bro, she is cool as hell. Like I said before, like, her personality is the A1. Like, beauty go beyond the looks at the end of the day. Sometimes it be the personality that be playing a huge factor. And taking that into account, along with the fact that she really isn't ugly, bro, I had two options. One, I could just come clean, bro. I could be like, listen, bro, you're cool, we're cool. It's no hard feelings at the end of the day. But listen, what I had seen on Instagram versus what I'm seeing now, what I came for versus what I'm getting, are two different things. This doesn't change anything between us, but respectfully, I'm going. Or Plan B, she just gotta die, bro. Like, no BS. Like, that story could not have saw the light of day, bro. So I'm really contemplating it too. And somehow, someway, I choose option C. Follow upstairs. My whole thing is I just really didn't want to be a jerk, bro. And I kept telling myself, like, all right, maybe it's not going to be that bad. You know, it's a first time experience. It's that and the third, boy. But I was still wrong. So I want to follow her upstairs. But not before she says the most ironic line of that year, boy. She wound up passing by me, looking in my face and saying, "Oh, you look so different." Like, y'all ever been so mad, bro? Y'all just start cracking up. I start hitting the Franklin Saint at the end of Snowfall Lab. So we wound up getting to her room. You know how Jones do, trying to set the mood, whatever, bro. So she on her TV scrolling for music. She like, "Oh, is there anything you want me to play?" The fucking lottery. I need my freedom bought by any means necessary. But I'm just like, nah, bro, just play whatever. Like, I need my mind to be clear, bro, because I'm really trying my best to be thorough. And up until this point, I had never dealt with a bigger joint before. So I'm like, you know what, bro, it might not be that bad. You know, at the least, you know, it's somebody I noticed that in the third, boy. Like, you know, it might be a blessing in disguise. Who knows, bro? So now the music playing, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She couldn't wait, bro. She plopped down next to me on that bed, bro. And she leaned in for a kiss. Now with me, I don't put my lips on everybody. Like, I'm very, very, very selective with who I put my lips on at the end of the day. And mind you, that's in with Jones, you know, like, I really want type stuff. So with her, it's like, I'm not really all the way there with it, boy. So it's like, I gotta mentally prepare myself. So I'm trying to guide her to my cheek, bro. But I want to close my eyes and trying to take a breath, bro. She opened her mouth to exhale as I'm inhaling. Now, I'm not trying to say that she has bad hygiene, bro. Like, all that nice guy stuff go out the window, because now that's affecting, you know, my body and my health is in there. Like, I don't play around with that, so I'm not saying that, bro. All I'm saying is, I know reheated cookout food tastes like. Instantly, I want to switch in gears, bro. I could not proceed. We just got straight. We just got straight to it, bro. So, you know, I'm not gonna get into all the detail or whatnot, because I'm not a vulgar individual at the end of the day. But y'all can read between the lines. I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't feeling it, bro. So now this is my third opportunity to just come clean, be honest. Yo, I'm not really feeling this. It's not really my vibe. You know, you're not really my type. Shout out Q. I'll make up a lie, bro. I say, bro, I gotta run to the store. I'm like, yo, I gotta run to the store, bro. Somebody like, I gotta go get supplies. Then the third, I gotta, you know, go re-up, bro. So her trying to be the cool person that she is. She like, yo, you want me to walk you to the door? I'm like, nope, don't even trip about it. I Scooby-Doo out that joint. And mind you, she live in rope around the neck town. Like, it's all KKK members in that joint. Ain't no poppies, ain't no none of that, boy. Like, you best probably a Wawa or something like that, like a gas station. So, you know, I gotta really like go to Google Maps in order to, you know, find something. Like, mind you, I be the most on point when it come to everything. So I ain't never been through something like this before, bro. I needed the vent, bro. And my mans did not answer the first time. Eventually, my mans wound up calling me back. Mind you, at this point, I walked up 2 blocks and with no direction. Like, I've just been walking this entire time, bro. So he called me. Before you could say hello, bro, I'm tweaking. I'm like, yo, bro, I just got catfishes at the third, bro. What the F, all this, all that. Like, bro, I'm tweaking, bro. Mind you, I'm not trying to get into specific details because, like I said, I'm not that type of person. All he knows, though, is that I got catfish, bro, and it was bad. Like, it was a dramatic difference, bro. So I finally get done venting, bro, and I used to hang out with cuz all the time, bro. Like, they used to be my, I ain't even gonna say he stole my mans, bro, but I never heard him laugh that hard in my life. So now I'm getting mad, bro, and as I'm getting ready to snap, I'm recounting the events in my head, bro. And I'm like, she definitely talked about me in the group chat. Like, I already know, bro, I'm telling you, I already know how y'all Joes be. So I hung up on cuz, marched my way through the KKK headquarters, got what I needed, then made my way right back down. Million Man marched my way back to her room, bro. So we want to finish it, and I'm going to keep it a beam, bro. It really wasn't that bad. And that's not even on like no silver medal type stuff, bro. I'm just not a vulgar type of person. But y'all can read between the line, bro. It really, bro. That drill was kind of like, it was kind of hard. And mind you, even though it was, I still sit on principles. Like the fact that you catfish me and lied to me, like I don't be bad about that. So I was still pretty upset about it. So, you know, I didn't really make, you know, large conversation with her. Like, bro, I said like 2 words to the deuces and left, bro. But as I'm leaving out, it bring up the question. If she would have been 1,000% honest with me off rip, would I still have linked her? Hell yeah, bro. And that bring me to the message to this video. So listen, I already had this joint recorded, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. I stuttered my way through this whole joint like that. That's why I have so many cuts in this video already, bro. Like I'm gonna keep it a bean just as a whole. I'm just bad at making videos, bro. I'm not, you know, like internet stuff don't always be for me, but I'm getting better with it. But I ain't wanted to be a million cuts in that joint, so you know, instead I just opt, you know, to re-record it, so you know it don't take away from the message at all. And this brings me to the message for today: self-love. You gotta learn to love yourself. And this is not even just an issue that just affect females, because this don't got a gender, no race to it, but especially my females. You know, I'll never understand how it is to be a female. You know, I'm only going to be able to speak from experiences that I've seen other females close to me, or you know, just in the media, how they treat y'all. Like, I'll only be able to speak off of that perspective, but I know enough to know that from day one, y'all are placed on the scale. You lean too much right, you too fat. You lean too much left, you too skinny. Like, you have a body, but not too many bodies. Like, y'all are objectified and forced to walk on a tightrope your entire life to abide by societal norms. And y'all are automatically punished and made to feel like outcasts if y'all don't abide by those societal norms. And although it still don't make it right, I can empathize with the fact that it's those same societal norms that could have potentially drove her to feeling like she had to catfish me. Somebody she actually had a bond with. So I can only imagine, you know, people that she don't know in real life. But you can only be loved as much as you love yourself at the end of the day, you know. We are all made different and unique in our own ways. We gotta stop looking at our differences as flaws, rather just what separates us from the crowd. And the best thing you can do is embrace those differences. You know, find solace, find beauty in it, because there's nothing to be ashamed of at the end of the day. And you'll be surprised how many people flock to you. Be the reason. If you pop it the right way, you could be the reason that, you know, bigger joins the wave now. That is this, that is that. When you sit there catfish, you sit there and lie, scheme, all that, and make it seem like it's something to hide, not only stigmatizes your community further. Now, knowing what I know, that's not saying that they're going to be my first option, but I ain't mad at it, bro. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm not mad at them. It ain't just on a personal level. It's also an issue within the community. It starts with the community as well, because, you know, at the end of the day, ain't no I say it's not no race issue, which is not, I don't got a race nor a gender. At the same time, especially in the black community, it's key. Because when it would be the big sessions, when I look around, I wouldn't see no Asians being, no white people being, no Spanish. I ain't gonna lie, I was probably like one Spanish. It was probably one Spanish cuz, bro. But outside of that, bro, it was all people that look like me and her. All black. It be our own people tearing our own people down, which created a culture and a ripple effect of self-distortion. A culture that ain't no I didn't feed into in those moments. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't fed into it in the past and fed into it, you know, in after the fact, you know, even if it wasn't directly towards her. meaning that in some way, shape, or form, I still indirectly could have been the reason that influenced her to have a distorted self-image, feeling like she had to do whatever she did. So especially as a black community, we gotta start lifting each other up, because these outlets is not gonna do it for us. The media gonna try and distort our culture, distort self-image, all that. We can't rely on the media to, want to portray us the proper way, both male and female. So let's create a culture we sitting there building people up and having people recognize their own beauty unless their character says otherwise. There you could go in. You ain't with Morgan and my aunt. I don't hate them bitches because they fat. They just fucked up people. But yeah, lesson number 2. Just make sure to always be honest. Don't let nobody force you in any situation you don't want to be in. Because even though she was dead wrong for sitting there catfishing me, at the same time, everything that happened after she did her face reveal when that door opened was 1,000% on me at the end of the day, boy. And I had good intentions with it. I didn't want to hurt no feelings. Sometimes your body gonna tell the truth that your tongue tries to lie about, boy, and that can go wherever. So just make sure to be real careful. Tell the truth even when it don't benefit you. But yeah, continue to love yourselves. My fault. I had to get a little bit of my bag. I end up locking in for the message at the end. But I love y'all. Learn to love yourselves. Take care and be safe. See y'all in the next vid.
Bitch broke my heart. I fucked her friend. Now we even. Bitch dropped the neck or dropped the low. I ain't with the teasing. It's crazy how it go. I got you coming. Now you leaving.